You know, when life throws you a financial curveball, it can be really tempting to look at your retirement fund as a quick solution. But here's the thing about your Georgia Teachers Retirement System account. Taking money out early isn't a simple withdrawal. It's a huge decision with some serious, long-lasting consequences. So let's break down what that really costs. So, are you in a tough spot, thinking about dipping into those TRS contributions you've worked so hard to build up? It can absolutely feel like the only way out. But before you make a move, it is so important to understand what that decision actually means for your financial future. All right, so what are we even talking about here? What counts as an early withdrawal? We're going to get into the official definition, but more importantly, we're going to break down the real-world impact, the hits you'll take right away, and the ones that can follow you for years. Okay, so officially, an early TRS withdrawal is exactly what it sounds like. You're taking money out of your retirement account before your official retirement date. Seems straightforward, right? But that one simple act kicks off a whole chain reaction of financial events you need to be ready for. And that leads us to what I call the triple financial hit. These aren't just possibilities. These are the immediate, unavoidable costs that take a huge bite out of your withdrawal before a single penny even gets to your bank account. That's right. Before you see a dime, your money gets hit 3 separate times. Let's walk through them one by one so you can see just how much of a chunk we're talking about. First up, federal income tax. TRS is legally required to withhold a flat 20% of whatever you take out for Uncle Sam. Just like that, right off the top, a fifth of your money is gone. But it doesn't stop there. Next, the state of Georgia comes for its share. For 2025, they're going to take another 5.19% for state income tax. So now we've got another deduction shrinking that total. And just when you thought it was over, bam! If you're under the age of 59 and a half, the IRS hits you with one more fee, a 10% early withdrawal penalty. This is on top of the taxes, and it's basically a punishment for touching the money early. Okay, now look at this chart. This really puts it all into perspective. That big bar on the left, that's the total amount you asked for. But that much smaller bar on the right, well, that's what you actually get after that triple hit we just talked about. The gap is huge, isn't it? As painful as that immediate loss of cash is, believe it or not, the long-term consequences are even bigger. These are the hidden costs, the ones that can mess with your financial security for decades to come. This slide really lays out the trade-off you're making. On one side, you get that short-term gain, some cash to deal with whatever's happening right now. But the long-term pain is absolutely massive. You give up your future pension payments. That steady, reliable income you were counting on for retirement, gone. Let's be super clear about what this means. By taking your contributions out, you permanently forfeit your right to get a monthly pension check for the rest of your life. That can leave you in a really tough spot when you're older. And get this, if you ever go back to a TRS job, you're starting from scratch. You might even have to pay back everything you took out, plus interest, just to get your old service credit back. Okay, so I know we've laid out a lot of pretty serious costs, but this doesn't mean you're out of options or on your own. The key is finding a better path and making sure your decision is a truly informed one. And there's a process for that. It really boils down to 3 simple steps. First, a consultation. This isn't about a sales pitch. It's about really understanding all of your alternatives. Then, from there, you can build a strategy, a real customized plan just for you. And finally, you implement that plan with guidance so you can move forward with confidence. Because that's the whole point, right? The goal is to figure out how to solve today's financial problems without accidentally creating a much bigger one for your future self. It's all about finding that balance. Look, at the end of the day, all of this comes down to one thing: empowerment through knowledge. When you understand the full picture, the taxes, the penalties, and especially those long-term consequences, that's when you can make the absolute best choice for you. And just take a second to think about this. Imagine that feeling, the relief of knowing you have a solid plan, one that's built just for you, that protects your future and lets you handle today's challenges without sacrificing tomorrow. That's the real prize here. So, when you weigh it all out, the immediate cash you get versus the guaranteed income you give up for the rest of your life, it all comes down to one question. Is a quick fix today really worth a lifetime of security tomorrow?